I'm having a good day because today we are going to be looking at something that I am quite excited about. We are going to be looking at the new making of video that dropped yesterday about the Gothic remake. This is regarding the localization and all that stuff. They've actually made 4 videos, and apparently each one is about like the specific voice actors. So, sorry about that. I'm going to leave all 4 videos down below for the people who want to look at the actors for each of the languages, but I'm going to be reacting exclusively to the English version. So I hope you guys are ready, because we're jumping right into it. I am quite excited about this. Let me just get everything ready and we'll get right into the news. You know, I really like this mic. I can do the sexy voice. I can just, ooh, hey, how's it going? You should sub. You should drop a sub right now. Yes. Before the stream even started. I haven't done anything. I haven't done jack shit yet. I haven't even been entertaining at all. You should drop a sub. You should sub right now. You should like this video. Follow me on Twitter. Follow the Discord. Join the Discord. Yes, do all of that stuff. Yes, quiet. Good girl.
What do I get out of joining you? There we go.
That was good. I like that. Does anybody else remember when they said that we're gonna put one of these out every week on Friday? Yeah, how'd that work out? It's been a while. I love the soundtrack. This is getting added to my, if it's not like DMCA, I'm absolutely adding it to the playlist of like just music that plays in the back while we're here. Just the chill music, because that is like flawless. It's perfect. It feels like a hug as you come home after.
Hi, my name is Joseph May, and I play the nameless hero in Gothic, the remake. The thing I love about voice acting in games is that I'm able to play characters that I would never, ever play on screen. I
think he fits the character, like, visually.
Not the most frightening of people to look at, so...
As the nameless hero, I mean, look at him. He's not, like, particularly intimidating looking with those thin-ass
It's
arms.
really, really great to be able to use my voice, to be able to kind of play these really, really tough characters. It's a lot of fun. The thing about playing the nameless hero is that there's a lot of repetition, going up and asking people, you know, and introducing yourself and asking people for things and whatnot. And the way to keep that fresh, I found, was just by really bouncing off the introducing yourself and asking people for things and whatnot. And the way to keep that fresh, I found, was just by really bouncing.
Facial animation and lip sync, not the element. I was looking at their face, I was like, the face is a little fucked, right? Like, he's just... And that's a little weird, but you know, if they haven't implemented it yet, then that would make sense, right?
Off the directors.
Hello, I'm Beth Park, and I was the lead voice director on Gothic, the remake. So if I was going to describe Gothic to somebody who hadn't heard of it before, on Gothic, the remake.
I like how ugly everybody looks, right? Because it's the ugliness of somebody who has lived a rough life. It's scars, it's worn out skin, it's, you know, shitty beards, it's hair that's long and so you just tie it behind your head so it's out of the way.
But if I was going to describe Gothic to somebody who hadn't heard of it before, I'd say you're in a prison colony, and the prisoners within this colony have been trapped forever, potentially, within this magical barrier, and so the prisoners have split into different camps and factions.
That looks nice. This is the place where I believe Corcolom is training the Templars. That looks nice. I I like that it's like canopied.
The thing I love about playing the nameless hero is just how resilient he is. He's thrown into the mix there, and he's able to kind of get himself through every situation.
Oh shit, we get to meet Milton. We get to actually have interactions with Milton. That's really nice. That's really nice.
And get himself.
Like in the original, you talk to Milton a bunch of times, but it's really just, he's almost like a quest deliverer, right? He gives you the quests from the more important people, and eventually you just bypass him entirely, and then things go bad, and he's the one who tells you what's happening, right? You never create a relationship with him, and I like that. You create a relationship with Diego. You have a couple of cool interactions with Gorn. You talk to... I always forget the one that's in the swamp camp. I always forget his name. What the hell's his name? Fuck. What is his name? Let me see here. What is dude's name? Lester. I always forget Lester's name. But you have some cool interactions with Lester when you're getting into the swamp camp. He kind of helps you start in the swamp camp. But again, other than Diego, nobody, and Lester a little, nobody really like helps you for a long time. I think that it's cool. I think it would be better if they make him much more important characters.
Situation. A lot of the time, when you're doing an RPG, you'll come like I've played the leads in them before as well, and you'll come across a character and you'll ask them a question, and it's just.
Oh, Whistler looks nice. I like the face. You look at that guy's face, and yeah, he's called Whistler.
Rather dull and just informative. Whereas this, you're actually having to kind of figure out what they want so you can get what you want.
Sounds like a tricky job. What's in it for me?
Some point, Diego will ask me what I think of you. Take a guess what my answer's gonna depend on.
Yeah, the lovely thing about Gothic is the world continues no matter what the player's doing. Like, the world carries on without them. So when you're walking the streets of the colony, all of these felons have got their own shit that they're doing. Like, the hero of the game is not the hero of their world. He's just another guy.
Yeah, one of the things I really like about Gothic 1 and 2, you save the day in Gothic 1. You kill the demon that's keeping everybody imprisoned, and everybody's, allowed to go free. Nobody knows you did this, right? As far as the old camp is concerned, you betrayed them, destroyed their one hope of escaping, and then, the barrier went away. But they hate your fucking guts, especially the water mages. They want your ass dead. As far as the new, that was the new camp. As far as the old camp is concerned, you betrayed them to join the new camp. As far as the swamp camp is concerned, and the people inside, they were worshipping this god who was going to let them free, and you just killed it. So fucking everybody hates your guts. Nobody knows that you saved the day. Except for the 4 friends and Zardes.
Hello, I'm Daniel Bainbridge, and I was one of the voice directors on Gothic Remake. One of the things I really enjoyed about working on Gothic Remake is how the characters kind of avoid a lot of the regular fantasy RPG tropes. And when you do come up and talk to them, often they don't want to waste their time talking to you.
I want to become a shadow.
Then you should find yourself a nice spot of sunlight.
You'll ask them questions.
Oh, what a fucking asshole!
I want to become a shadow.
Then you should find yourself a nice spot of sunlight.
What a fucking asshole!
You'll ask them questions, and they will just refuse to give you the answer, which is a real novelty when working on games like this.
Yep, I'm Harry Myers, and I'm playing Zardes, the Necromancer.
He fucking looks like Zardes. That's actually really fucking cool. That is really fucking cool. I'm actually going to, 1 second. I'm just going to take some notes for after. For after. You gotta do this stuff.
And a load of snarky Cockney colonialists. There are all kinds of fantasy characters, but they're all so real. We've got Maid.
He looks cool. I like that they like made the shoulder. I think they made the shoulders a bit bigger. The shoulders weren't this big before. They were much smaller. And I was one of the people who complained and said, it's not, it needs to be more imposing, because before, like, it was this fucking huge thing. And, like, sure, I get it, make it smaller so it's a little bit more realistic, but still, it should be impressive.
Jews and necromancers and kings and trapped people and all kinds of colonialists who do all kinds of crazy stuff. But then how do you make it different from the other games and that are similar? And for that, I would go with the story. That's probably the main way, the story and the characterizations.
I'm Adam Diggle, and I voice a number of characters in Gothic. To be honest, I think there's a bit of a trend, like, I wouldn't say recently, over the past, like, 10, 15 years or so, for games to get, I think, like, bigger and bigger and bigger. And I've played the odd, like, open world game, but to be honest, I get quite bored with them after a while. I love the concept of being dropped into a game where you literally can't trust anyone. It's a criminal colony. Like in most games, you do X, you get Y, you complete a quest, you come back, you get a reward. In Gothic, you could do everything right and still get screwed over.
I love the kind of world that he's thrown into, all these different camps that he has to kind of get himself involved with. There's a lot of humor, there's a lot of empathy that goes with it. It's, yeah, it really kind of tests you. I mean, there's the orcs, there's just a whole wide world.
I hope that they expand on the orcs a bit, because in the original, the orcs aren't really a camp. You don't really have that many interactions with the orcs other than you gotta get past them in order to do the objective, and then you gotta run the fuck away. Right? You gotta go there, you gotta steal your Riziel from them, and then that's about it. Other than that, they're not really that important other than their hostility. I feel like having the orcs be a camp in their own right once you get the thing that lets you, oh my god, what the hell is it called? The thing that lets you, the Ulumulu. When you get the Ulumulu, being able to actually like have interactions with the orcs, being able to actually explore their camp and talk to them and get quests from them, maybe even like a little, that maybe they have their own, I think each camp should have their own arena. It shouldn't just be the old camp. Like the old camp has its arena, the new camp, the swamp camp, and then the last hardest arena should be the orcs, and you have to like beat all of the other arenas in order to get there, right? And then you go there and like, what's a puny human gonna do in our camp? What are you gonna do in our arena? Die, you puny human, you? And you go, well, I've beaten all the other arenas, and they go, that's nothing compared to us. Go on in there and get your ass kicked. And you go in there and you beat the shit out of them, and they're like, oh my god, this human's actually built fucking different. Wow, he's so cool. You know, type shit like that.
To kind of get involved with, and it's yeah, really incredible.
I like these, by the way. I like this this architecture. Really, really nice. Like, you know, I've seen some of the stuff from, for example, the Halo Classic remake, like the remake of Halo 1 for the PlayStation, where they made all of the things prettier, but they took out like the carvings on the walls and all of these different things that make where you're going through feel culturally significant. And I think that's a very bad thing, because it cheapens the story of the game that you're playing. Whereas this is exactly what I want to see when I'm going through a temple, right? I want to see carvings. I want to see pots. I want to see writing on the wall. I want to see religious symbols. I want to see all of that stuff.
Be part of.
My name's Andres Williams, and I'm playing Diego.
I don't care who you are. You're a green blood, and I'm the guy who takes care of you lot. Let's leave it at that.
It's a lot of fun playing a character that's...
That sword looks pretty, dude. That's a nice looking sword. I like that a lot.
So much cooler than yourself, and I think in Diego, yeah, he's definitely one of those. So he's a friendly character. I think he's probably in that prison world. He's about as friendly as the player's going to meet. But then again, to have lived as long as he has in this prison world, and to have sort of got as far up the hierarchy as he has, I think there has to be an element of danger, a bit of badass about him as well.
Hello, my name is Emma Gregory, and I play Valea and Urnadzkrog,
working on the orc.
Urnas Krog. Who the hell is that? Is that a new character? Yeah, that's a new character. Interesting. A female orc shaman. Cool. And we're getting Valea. People like Valea a lot. She's what the fuck is his name? The leader of the old camp's favorite comic of mine.
Turkish language for Gothic Remake was a really new and very enjoyable challenge for me.
There is an arena! Yes!
It's not something I'd worked with before.
Cool.
I sort of totally fiction.
Oh, the orcs look cool. I like the little scraps of armor and how they built their own camp and all of that. I like that. Orcs in Gothic aren't like savages. They are pretty advanced, but I like this aesthetic for them. Because like realistically, if you're that fucking tough, you have tough, leathery hide skin, you're not going to worry too much about, you know, gambeson or chainmail because, you know, your skin kind of can tank it, and your bones are going to be even tougher, going to be able to tank it even more. What you're going to want is plate armor. And you're going to want it on your chest, you're going to want it on your shoulders, you're going to want it on your face and your, you know, around your thighs and stuff and your hands, but you're not going to, like, wear too many clothes unless you need to, which is why humans wear them. An orc wouldn't need that. So it makes sense that they would wear less armor.
Made up language. So I was a little bit apprehensive of.
Oh my god, that looks so cool. Look at that. Look at this guy, dude. Look at him. So fucking dope. Big axe. Man, these guys are huge though. I really like this. I really like this.
Apprehensive at first about how to go about working through that.
Also, I think they showed some pieces of orcs earlier on, and they looked like generic orcs. I like this look for them. I don't know if this was always in the pipeline and the other thing was like a prototype, but I like the way that this looks, right? Yellowish skin, because Gothic orcs had yellowish skin, look almost like a mixture of gorilla and pig with these big ape teeth and the ears. Like, this is the type of orc that I want to see in Gothic. This looks cool.
I mean, it was amazing because I've never seen a character just written in its language, so I had a lot of translation. But you start to get to know the patterns of a language, and it's not just sort of gobbledygook, you know.
Oh, we learn it. Oh, also, this armor looks nice. I like the look of this armor. This looks like guard armor.
This was properly structured, so you start to understand.
I hope we get gauntlets, by the way, because I don't like just having my hands fully exposed the whole time, especially if I'm wearing armor everywhere else. Like, I hope gauntlets are a thing.
Understand where the verb might be in the sentence.
They might just not be textured yet, and so we're seeing something that's still being developed, right? So they didn't want to put in the gloves yet because they look bad, but I hope we get hand protection, right? Like, if you're gonna be swinging weapons a lot, and if you've chopped wood or, you know, fucking done you know, cut meat, or even just, you know, sword fought, you realize very quickly that the palms of your hands get worn out very quickly, and so it's good to have gloves. And I hope we get gloves in here.
Depending on the subject, you start to recognize certain words, like, for instance, Ra is you, and Ba is me, and Troch is fight.
Obviously, you're having to keep.
Very cool. You can tell when somebody's a good voice actor versus when they're just an actor that's doing voice work. And it's like, it's them doing motions instead of just reading off the paper.
The intention of the line in your mind, what is this orc trying to communicate? And is that normal for them, or is that unusual for them? Plus, you're trying to keep an ear out to hear if the actor is actually correctly pronouncing this translated.
The orcish armor looks so good. Look at that. Like a full suit of armor here. He seemingly has some clothing underneath. I don't see any chainmail. It's literally just cloth to hold the plates together, and then spikes all over, and the helmets look so cool. Big ass axe. I like that they basically just copied the old design of the axes that they used and just made them higher res. I like that a lot.
A brand new language that has been created.
That was wonderful, immersing yourself in a different language. That was a really beautiful challenge on this game, and then to inhabit it and then make it be Urnadskog rather than just trying to deliver Orc, you know, but actually making it your own.
It is really cool that they just decided to sneak in that, oh, hey, by the way, we expanded the quest lines involving the orcs and created new characters that you're going to be interacting with. You're going to need to learn the orcish language to have conversations with them. The orcs are going to be speaking in orcish at you, and you're going to have to just figure that out in-game. I think that's fucking awesome. Because one of the things, like, there was the old, the new, and the swamp camp, and then there was the orc camp. But that never felt like an orc camp. It felt like just another dungeon that you had to go through.
The language in particular, there's a lot of rolled R's, which I had to really drill to get my mouth around it. And I made up like a specific tongue twister to prep myself before recording. So I can do it if you want to hear it. Irreverent Reverend Rory ruefully rinsed the ridiculously red ripe raspberries. And I would do that. I would sit in a park and do that again and again before every session, just freaking out members of the public.
You kind of have to if you're only English and you've never practiced with like a Latin language that has a lot of R sounds, right? And I do know a lot of people, even Portuguese people, who struggle with rolling their R's. They can only do or right? They can't do the right? And it's a lot of fun seeing people try to practice that, because I've done theater, and yeah, sometimes you just have to practice sounds that you're not used to making.
You speak Choral. I like it. Very well. I can help you get into the Ordo.
I really enjoyed playing the two characters of Valea and Urnadskog because
why isn't she in the concubine outfit? Why is she wearing like just regular clothes? Like if I'm Gomez, I remember his name. If I'm Gomez, I'm telling the king, hey, get me some proper clothes for these ladies. You know, like I want these ladies dressed up in such a way that us lowly criminals and crooks can enjoy ourselves just by looking at them, right? And this isn't like me being sexist. This is Gomez being sexist. Because Gomez is a fucking criminal, right? Like, come on.
So different. Valea is human, obviously,
it seems like they're doing a plan. Maybe I remember that there was supposed to be like an attempt for the girls to escape, and I actually advocated for them making that quest in the Gothic's Discord. Like the Gothic Remake Discord, I actually advocated that a quest like that would be really nice if the ladies were given a little bit more protagonism, not protagonism, but like a little bit more importance, in the sense of like, you know, they should give the player quests as well. They're just there as set dressing. I feel like you could expand on that and make them have a few interactions with the nameless hero. I think it'd be real cool.
And I experimented with quite a few sort of accents with her, and Beth Park, the director, and I fell on Northern being quite a good one for her, because it kind of allowed her to really relish that feistiness in her personality to survive this incredibly brutal place.
I think
because there are three major countries in the continent, right? You've got the continent of Mertana, by the way. You've got Midland, which is, you know, the kingdom of Mertana, basically. Then above you have Nordmar, which is the birthplace of humans, which is like this frozen continent where Enos, the good god of the setting, gave humans fire and steel. And then there's the bottom continent, which... oh man, what's the... oh my god. What's the other country's name? Varant, yeah. You've got Nordmar, Mertana, or Midland, and Varant, which is like a desert country, which is mostly a bunch of Beliar worshippers. Beliar is the evil one. You can tell because it sounds like Belial.
Writers really went to town when it came to the Cockney dialect in the game. So we had a lot of fun with that, you know, trying to just bring all these lads to life and play around with it.
So that's one of the things that's been brilliant about the writing in this. Most of the time, the writers have written brilliant syntax for Londoners. It's been exactly how we would speak a lot of the time. And then on the odd occasions when it hasn't been exactly how we speak, they've allowed us to modify the dialogue slightly and say it in our own way.
One of the things that I found a lot of fun doing the game is that you come across these characters who are total jerks, and you have these interactions.
Go figure, they're criminals.
Actions with them, and you're trying to get something from them and trying to get them to help you, and there's no way they will. They're just going to be as difficult as possible, and you walk away going, man, that guy was a total jerk.
And it's interesting to see how they cope with being trapped wherever they are, whatever they're doing, how they pass the time. And I think it's going to be...
Oh, that looks cool. He's making leather.
Very dark in places, a fun dark, you know, grim dark, but dark, magical and mystical, and yeah, lots of kind of intrigue and mystery and little holes to poke around in.
I think the difference between Gothic and perhaps other games is that it's really dynamic and immersive. The world is utterly brought to life with the most beautiful cinematic graphic and
That was Gomez's throne room. I was looking at it. It looks really nice. I believe this is Raven yelling at the guards. There's Thoris right there. And he's just chewing them the fuck out.
Utterly brought to life with the most
And I was looking at their armor.
Really dynamic and immersive.
So this is shadow armor, very clearly shadow armor. Then you've got guard armor on both of these, and this is the heavy guard armor that Thoris and just a handful of others get. Raven's wearing the Ore Baron armor, which is, you know, very, very nice. And this looks really nice. This is the forge, I believe, where you would go to get the guard armor.
If the world...
Is it just me, or does he have... I don't think he has it. I don't think Raven has the Orc Slayer. Wait, no, Raven isn't the one with the Orc Slayer. Raven has Raven's sword. He doesn't have the Orc Slayer. Who has the Orc Slayer? I don't remember. I hope they make crossbows a strength-focused weapon, by the way. Because the crossbows were kind of meaningless once you got to a certain level in Gothic 1 and 2. But it's like, make it so if you want to go strength, you go mostly strength with a little bit of dex, and then you can also get crossbows. So two-handed weapons and crossbows. And if you want to go dex, you go dex and a little bit of strength, so you can get bows and one-handed swords. I think that'd be cool. I'm also noticing that Thoris here isn't like noticeably more buff than the others, which I kind of dislike, right? I've talked about this a bunch of times in the Gothic Discord. I feel like they should make the musculature of the characters into like a slider, sort of like Fable and San Andreas, where the more strength you have, because strength in the game goes from all the stats go from 10 to 100. I think that the more strength you have, the bulkier your character should be. I even think that the scale should go beyond 100 up to 200, because you can increase it beyond 100. And I think if you get like super high beyond 100, you should look like a freak of nature. Like Biscuit Oliva from fucking Baki type shit, right?
The world is utterly brought to life with the most beautiful...
Look at that. His throne has like ore in it, just to show off. Very nice. I think that's Scar there, and I don't remember who this guy is. I think it's Scar that has the Orc Slayer. Yeah, Scar's the one with the Orc Slayer, which is easily one of the coolest looking swords in Gothic 1 and 2, and then they nerfed it into the ground in Gothic 3, and it looks like shit.
Cinematic graphic and there's...
Oh my god, look at that. That looks so nice.
Lots going on all the time. Every character, every detail.
That's Sartorus. This looks really nice. The center of the Water Mage library where they've been preparing the ore bomb that they're going to use to bust open the barrier. That looks cool.
detail is immense because it all has its own life.
The great thing about working on this game, Gothic the Remake, was the directors and with the help we had from the guys making the game would give you a lot of context. And
oh, that's important.
Frequently when you're...
I mean, like, for those of you who don't know, Patrick Stewart, Sir Patrick Stewart, because he is a knight, played the Emperor in Oblivion. One of the things that he said is that, Titus Mead, I believe is his name. One of the things he said is that he was given like 20 pages of backstory to read about Emperor Titus Mead. He has like 3 voice lines in the entire game. He said that that was the best work that he's ever done because he was given so much context so that he could actually do the character justice. There's a level of confidence and gravitas to the Emperor, but also a melancholy and an acceptance of fate that you can only really grasp if you are given a proper backstory. When you're doing voice acting, you have to know so much about the character to add the proper level of work to the voice of the character, and it's so fucking important.
Making video games, you don't have a lot of context to work off of. You're just kind of going in, you're given lines, and you kind of ask some vague questions and are given vague answers. With this, you could be really specific as to what you were talking about, who you're talking to, what the situation was, and it would really kind of elevate the game, and I think probably elevates the performances for all of us.
Often we go into a game and it's called some false name like Project Penguin, and I'm playing a character called Dave, and I don't know very much about it. They do tell us some character backstory, anything that's relevant.
So for me,
yeah, honestly, if I'm doing voice work and I'm doing Dave for hello, Paul Bushel, welcome to the stream. But if I'm doing voice acting and it's called Project Penguin and the dude's name is Dave, and I know damn near nothing about the character other than the scene, I'm not gonna be able to do a good job. It's so simple. It's so simple, and I feel like more devs should be aware that that's the case. You cannot expect somebody who knows nothing about what they're doing to be able to do a good job.
Acting in video games is all about imagination. I think a lot of people want to get into acting in video games and think, oh, I can do, voices, I can put on silly voices, I could probably be in video games. But for me, it's not really so much about transforming your voice. It's more, when it comes to me directing actors, it's more about painting a picture of the world and creating an atmosphere between them and the other characters in that world, and the voice will follow.
But as
that's a nice looking dress. That is a pretty looking dress.
we got into this game, they showed us the scenes that they'd made already and
they just
photograph
shot you into the barrier. That's so cool.
Of the characters, and really allowed us to get into their world very early on. And it's so helpful when games do that, because you really do understand the world that your character inhabits.
Yeah, and you can do a better job.
Yeah, totally. I think the conversations, the script, the way it's written just feels really grounded and a bit dangerous at times as well. So you don't...
Not the right mic is being recorded? What? What do you mean? What, was it not that one? Oh man, like this whole time it was on the wrong one? God damn it.
Quite know which way it's going to go. It knocks you off kilter. Like you think it's going to go one way and it goes the other. And I love that unpredictability, which is part of the reason why I'm playing the original. I'm loving it.
Does it sound better now? Damn. Went the whole video with the wrong mic on. That's not good. Hold on. Let me hear what it sounded like. Beauty human you, and you go, well, I've beaten all the other
is fight.
Yeah, okay.
I'm loving it.
Does it sound better now? Yeah, it sounds better now. Okay. Okay. Ah well. I'll just add a disclaimer, I'm not re-recording that shit. No one said shit. I'm I'm on that. Yeah, people just log in. It's like, oh, hey, he's live. Boop, mute, and they go about their day. Just nobody gives a shit. God damn it. Ah, well. Fucking dickheads. Alright. But I'm still excited about this. I think you were able to hear what I was saying. It just didn't sound like the best. Still, I'm very excited about this. The stuff that we saw here looks really, really nice. Scuff King, exactly. What is this? What is this? What is this? It's a simple fix. I saw it on YouTube. Nice, nice. Most important question, is it possible to shoot with a cannon? Oh, yes, because there's a cannon. There are cannons that you can see in Gothic 1. I would like to point out the Babylonian architectural inspiration in this cabin. Yes, they're quoting the Discord. They're quoting the Discord, bro. Can we talk about the superiority of Gothic 1 over Gothic 2? Yes! Oh, shit, it fucking... It's jumping around a bit. Can we talk about the superiority of Gothic 2 over Gothic 1? Yes! But nobody says Gothic 3 is the best one, because it's fucking not. It's either Gothic 1 if you like the atmosphere more, or Gothic 2 if you like the open world and interactions more. Really cool. Why is it stuttering now? Really, really cool. Really fucking nice. Really fucking nice. I like what I'm seeing for this game a lot. It looks good. Looks really fucking good, and I'm really excited. Really fucking excited to play this. I can't wait. I can't wait for it to come out because I'm gonna play the shit out of it. Obviously, right? Go figure. Go figure. Guy who's excited about video game is going to play video game as soon as he can. But, with all that being said, I'm sorry about the scuff. I tried to be sexy at the start. I'm guessing that didn't really go well because of the scuff. But, I hope you still enjoyed. I hope that will still make you want to subscribe to the channel. And with all that being said, let me know what you're most excited about in the Gothic remake. Let me know if you have played Gothic 1, 2, or 3. And I'll see you all next time. Have a good one. Cheers.